to another edition of our journey toward building wealth. I am Sheila Wilkinson-Sanders. This week and for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about a couple of subjects that break my heart when I have people come to me that are challenged with credit, but they do everything right when it comes to their credit. They pay their bills on time, they don't overextend themselves, but they still find themselves in a position where they cannot leverage off of other people's money. And that's because of two major topics: student loan debt and medical bills. And so over the next few weeks, we're going to talk about these two subjects and things that hopefully you can do to reduce your debt in those areas and reduce the likelihood of you putting yourself in that position. Right now, in the month of October, is early enrollment period for financial aid from the federal government. This started earlier than normal because it usually starts in January of the school year. So for those who would be entering college or continuing on in college in the fall of 2018, they actually opened the application period for the federal financial aid in October of 2017. Now, the reason that is so important is because for a lot of the funding that you get that's still left over that has not been eliminated by those in DC, usually it's on a first come first served basis. So the earlier you get your application in, the earlier the likelihood, or the more likely it is that you will be able to get some of those funds. So it's important that you understand that the monies are available now and that you should take advantage of those monies now. Now, the program is called FAFSA, F-A-F-S-A, for Free Application for Financial Student Aid. And it's FAFSA.gov. And those applications, once you go through the process, and you have to have all your financial information, your tax returns, your income, your expenses, those for your family if you are a dependent, or for those for family members that are dependents of yours. That application is then sent to your college, and funds, federal funds, and then funds that are available at the school are made available to you. So now, if you are a senior right now and you will be an incoming freshman in the fall, not only do you want to get your FAFSA application in, but you want to go through early enrollment, because obviously if you get funds and there's no school, then you can't take advantage of the funds. So it's really important that if you haven't gone to visit the colleges, it's really important that you visit those colleges, not just look in the catalogs and look at the pretty pictures and all. You want to really experience the life on campus as much as you can. Do college tours or through visits with your parents, and get to know those colleges, and then go through early enrollment as much as you possibly can. And you want to apply to multiple schools. I always talk about having a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. And I'll tell you a really quick story. My oldest daughter went on college tours, I think, every year while she was in high school. And the first year she went on a college tour, she came home head to toe, Spelman paraphernalia on. And she was determined that she was going to be a Spelman girl. And so when it came time to early apply, she only early applied to Spelman. And I insisted that she apply to 10 colleges. She was not happy with me. She wasn't happy with me most of her high school years. But she went ahead and she applied to 10. And so through early enrollment, she got accepted to, I think, 5 or 6 colleges, none of which was Spelman College. And then during regular application period, she got accepted to all the other colleges except for Spelman College. And so there were 2 days of her locked in the bathroom crying and all, but it all worked out. She ended up graduating with honors, cum laude, double major, biology and chemistry from the school by the sea. But it could have turned out a whole lot differently had she not had that plan B and plan C and applied to other schools. So I encourage you to learn from that experience and to apply to many schools now and to apply for as much grant money as possible. Now, the federal government, most of the programs they have are student loan programs. So that's another reason why it's important to apply early, because everyone wants to apply for the free money, right? The grant money, the money that you can get that you don't have to pay back. And those go first. So it's important that you understand the requirements for qualifying for that money and that you apply for that money as early as possible. I encourage you to also use your counselors, your school counselors, your college counselors, because they can help you through the process. They understand the requirements. They understand how you fill out the application so that your application is accepted. Speaking of counselors, your counselors are a great resource for you. They know not only about the federal programs, they know about state programs. For example, in the state of Illinois, there's the ISAC, which is a student assistance program for those living in Illinois or going to school in Illinois. But there's also tons of scholarships out there. There's tons of national scholarships. There's tons of state and local scholarships that are available. And a lot of that information comes to your counselors. So the first time you go to them, they may say, no, they don't know anything. But you got to hound them on a weekly basis. Hound them on a weekly basis, because on a weekly basis, they get tons of mail. And sometimes they don't open that mail in time for the deadlines for the scholarships. And so, you know, some of them may be book scholarships for $500, for $1,000. Some of them may be for $2,500 or $5,000. But those monies add up. And a lot of times, because I'm in some organizations where we're amazed that people don't apply for the scholarships that we have. And we're asking the counselors and we're asking the principals, what the heck is going on? Why aren't we flooded with folks applying for free money? For free money. Where in some cases you just have to write an essay. Or sometimes you just have to fill out an application. So don't let money stay on the table. Start putting your plan into place now. Start doing your research now. Start putting in those applications as early as possible so that you can get that free money, so you can eliminate or reduce the amount of student loan debt that you have on your back, weighing you down during your college days, during your children's college days, after the college days are over and you're working and you still have those huge amounts on your credit as a debt. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope that you take this to heart and apply early, apply often, and don't give up. Not only your high school counselors, but your college counselors, they have a ton of information. And so, again, in the weeks to come, we're going to talk more about ways to get around having student loan debt to get through college, because college is very, very important. Remember to stay faithful. Remember to stay focused. Remember to stay committed. I'm Sheila Wilkinson-Sanders. We just continue to enjoy this glorious weather.